There are different theories concerning the real reason for Portugal to join the Atlantic Alliance. Maybe we'll never know exactly why. It could have been a strategic move, geopolitical interests, ethics, or beliefs, or all together. Nevertheless, we can say that we are proud of being one of the founding members of NATO, a group of countries that stood up against the threats which could have hampered our way of life. Presidents can change, governments can change, parliamentary majorities can change, Portuguese commitment in NATO won't change. Since those early days, Portugal has a long-standing contribution to the alliance. Portuguese soldiers, sailors and airmen have long served under the NATO flag, where and when needed, participating in all major alliance operations and exercises, helping to fulfill NATO's mission, securing the alliance borders. Time has shown that NATO is not only a common defense alliance. The organization plays the role of a guardian for the principles that guide our lives. The rule of law, the rule of dialogue, the rule of tolerance, the rule of respect for the human life, and so many others that keep driving our path. Therefore, NATO is more than the nations, more than the soldiers fighting together side by side, and for sure is more than a joint military capability. NATO is a vision of a better and safer world. Recently, we have heard voices stating that NATO is no longer relevant, that NATO was raised in peculiar times that no longer exist, that NATO has become obsolete. I believe we can all agree that times have changed, yes, but the alliance has changed too, as it always has done and will continue to do so, adjusting all its processes in accordance with the status quo. I should say that it is this ability to adapt and improve that makes the alliance more relevant than ever, taking under consideration that the ever-changing global security threat environment we have today and expect in the near future. The alliance is a paramount cornerstone in order to maintain and develop our strength. Concerning the need for adaptation, Portugal clearly complies with the decisions taken at the Wales and Warsaw summits. Indeed, Portugal participated in the first very high readiness joint task forces, delivered units to enhance NATO response forces, and contributed to the assurance measures in the Baltic region and Romania. In fact, recently, Portugal co-hosted Trident Juncture 15, one of the largest high-visibility NATO exercises ever conducted. Moreover, if we take a glance on the 360-degree approach, which resulted from a new defense and security world model based on terrorism, cyber war, increasing level of threat from the East, and the humanitarian crisis coming from the South, we may see that this new model drives Portugal to the middle of a new geopolitical strategy. This new model has been, I'm sure, a great concern for JALLC, also because transformation is urgently required. Our contribution to the alliance does not stop here. We are honored to host the Strike for NATO and the Joint Analysis and Lessons Learned Center JALLC on our territory. And we are looking forward to welcome NATO Communications and Information Agency Academy in 2019. Today, however, we celebrate JALLC's 15th anniversary and pay tribute to all that have been developing this center ever since. In fact, since 2002, reflecting the need for change and renovation, this center has played an important and decisive role in NATO transformation. I would also like to emphasize, as JALLC is part of the Allied Command transformation, the key role played by this command in successfully promoting and leading initiatives in a vision to transform NATO's military structure, its forces, capabilities, and doctrine, whilst granting the indispensable interoperability throughout the alliance. The excellence, you said, the excellence achieved by this strategic command in areas such as education, training and exercises, as well as the assessment of new concepts, has to be recognized and praised. JALLC itself is a good example of how NATO adjusts and evolves, observing the allies' changing needs. Looking back in time, JALLC was originally conceived to mainly perform exercise analysis. Due to changes regarding NATO environment and NATO involvement in operations, JALLC mission was revised and shifted to operations and major NATO response force exercises. Gradually, JALLC has become engaged in a wide range of activities, such as analysis of complex NATO-wide issues, analysis of lessons identified from operations and exercises, providing training and education opportunities across the organization, maintaining and managing the NATO Lessons Learned portal, always with the focus at enhancement of NATO forces and capabilities. These fairly small headquarters on the crossroad between North America and Europe has a big impact on how the alliance is moving forward. Your dedicated and proficient work fighting a never-ending battle against the everlasting need for transformation is highly appreciated by the alliance. If you win the battle, like so many other units are required to do so, NATO will win the war. A peaceful war, but a key war. Today we celebrate a job well done, the good memories you carry from the past, and above all, the confidence we all have on you when facing the upcoming challenges. So, on behalf of the Portuguese nation, I mean of all Portuguese citizens, I want to congratulate and cheer those military and civilian that serve NATO in this prestigious center on this joyful day that celebrates your 15th anniversary. NATO can be proud of you. We Portuguese are proud of you.